Welcome to 13. Let's go. Okay, this week, DoorDash again. But instead of just being DoorDash, it's everybody. And here's where we go. We knew, and we've been talking about this a lot. This isn't about DoorDash ethical treatment. It's not about the migrants on the platform. It's not about the people who were deactivated and bought illegal accounts. So there's many different types of illegal accounts. We're not even talking about that today. We're talking about survival for DoorDash. And to many of you, you might be going, no way, dude. What are you talking about? There's no way DoorDash goes down. There actually is. And there's a plan in place already happening. And let me kind of try and explain so that everybody, hopefully from this video, takes away that it absolutely could happen. Yes, they are the #1 platform for food delivery in the United States. Yes, they have dipped their toe into like Uber Connect or even, last mile a little bit. They're right out of it. They just, no, that's not going to work. But they do need shop and pay. Or they need shopping, they need grocery shopping. All the apps that do food delivery are going to need grocery shopping. This is why Corner Shop was bought by Uber years ago. Now, the fact that Uber dismantled it and whatever they did for whatever reasons, they still own that patent in South America, Central America, and it stops that from coming here, and they own it. So they even recognized, and they have rideshare too, Uber. But Uber Eats, as its own entity, realized we need to take this grocery thing seriously. So DoorDash is doing the same. DoorDash and Uber have been up against Walmart Spark since Spark came around, right? Walmart is able to price things at a price point where these other apps are not. And so what I would say is, it was a struggle when it was Walmart against DoorDash doing grocery or Uber Eats doing grocery. But there was also Instacart. But Instacart's kind of been falling. Even though it hasn't been a direct dive, I mean, like, as far as investors and stuff, it's not doing that well. Well, DoorDash it now knows food delivery will not be sustainable. I mean, they can't have the amount of drivers, even though they're independent contractors. They can't have, they've been offloading employees forever. They've been closing offices down. And yes, they're still bringing in a lot of revenue. But look at that revenue. They made $2.3 billion in Q1, and they lost money. And again, that money is based on, they've lost customers, A, because people can't afford it, B, because they've started jacking the prices so bad, but they know they need the grocery space. If you just take Instacart and Walmart out of the mix for a second and just take Uber Eats against DoorDash for ease of use and amount of people that will do grocery shopping, like a shop and pay, I think the interface with DoorDash, here's a little credit to them, is much easier. I think that a lot more people do that to get their groceries. However, they do face Instacart and they do face Walmart. But they also, as I've been talking about here in Denver, they also face Kroger, who has their own delivery fleet now. And I'm not talking about the test market we talked about 6 months ago. I'm talking about I can drive during any weekday, probably on the weekends too, we'll see. But I can drive on any weekend or any weekday in any neighborhood. If I drive around it for 5-10 minutes, I will see a Kroger refrigeration truck, 26-foot refrigeration truck. They give you in-store pricing. They give you $5, 4 hours it'll be delivered, or $7, it'll be delivered within 1 hour. For in-store prices, you can use your digital coupons, paper coupons, and here in Colorado, like many states, they do, there's other perks. Here in Colorado, we get gas points. So you can get your gas points all by ordering it through Kroger. Now, Kroger, even though a lot of people shop there, they don't use their app, or they're not in their total database completely. I mean, your phone number puts you in it so that you get discounts and they know what you're shopping for and things like that. However, they don't have the database needed for a gig app platform to like just launch and be amazingly huge. Well, something happened. We talked about it, but it's now huge. So I need to make sure I do this in order. Amazon has done grocery delivery for Whole Foods for years, right? So Amazon now is going to be offering it's not Amazon Plus and it's not Prime. There's another thing that it's called. I'm drawing a blank on it. I don't have my notes in front of me because I don't need them today. But Amazon's launching $9.99 a month or $99.99 a year. And by doing that, you can get groceries anytime you want from not just Whole Foods anymore, from every grocery store in your city. I mean, I can't speak for the little one-off mom and pop places or a specialty grocery store that only does XYZ, but I even believe those will be very quickly. So yes, Kroger for me, King Soopers, Safeway, Whole Foods still, and anything else. I mean, I can get groceries from Amazon now for $99 a year, one price, pay in-store prices, never pay delivery, and there is no ability to tip. So they're paying those drivers, they've got them taken care of, and it isn't even a guilt thing. So that's a game changer too, because they're the only ones that don't even have the ability to tip. You're paying your $99, which is what Amazon users expect, and you get to order anytime you want. The only caveat is you have to order $35 or more. I gotta be honest with you guys. It's launching here June 1st. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I do dumpling. I don't know how often I'll use it, but sometimes I'm out of town or whatnot. This allows my son to use it through our Amazon account for free without tipping. And it's not like you're skipping the tip. There isn't a tip. This is an all-encompassing program. So again, I do dumpling. They do in-store prices. I mean, I do a lot. When I do, the way I piece my dumpling together, I'm doing a lot of different shops for people, not just groceries. However, this is going to be a game changer. It might not be right away. And if you guys are thinking, well, Amazon really never took off in that grocery space. Well, they only had Whole Foods. Now they've got access to all of them, like everybody. And $35. Remember that $35 for 1 minute. In-store prices, though, too. So Amazon has the largest database in the world as far as a customer service platform. So Amazon has a bigger database than DoorDash and Uber put together. Just saying. That seems one of the biggest challenges for a startup is to acquire a database of that size. Well, they have it. And they have one bigger than these companies. So Walmart Spark will always be an issue too, because people like using that. The people who shop at Walmart will probably continue to use Spark. People who use Amazon, which is pretty much everybody on some level, now you're going to start seeing a ton of stuff in front of you on how easy this is going to be. People are going to move over to it. And here's why we know this. Instacart this week teamed up with Uber. Now, all the articles read Instacart teamed up with Uber to take out DoorDash, which might be true is the first thing. But you can now, through the Instacart app, do all your grocery shopping, and then decide, I want some food too. Through the app, without going to Uber's app, you can click a tab in the Instacart app, the customer, and say, I want food delivered too. And whether it be a masked version or it's going directly through the interface, pulls up Uber Eats. Now, if you order food as well, it all gets charged through the Instacart platform, and they work out their deal with Uber Eats. However, you will have an Instacart driver bring your groceries and an Uber Eats driver bring your food. Now, the tip is all tied together. We'll have to see how that works. But that was a bit of an act of desperation. Uber doesn't have a good interface. They know they could do better in the grocery space. Instacart's losing their footing. Food delivery is down tremendously. Across the nation, people that say otherwise are just, you know, either they're extremely lucky about their market, because I say this all the time, I talk to people all the time, everywhere in the country. But it's down across the country. And I think that when I say this, you guys are like, duh, we know this, we're doing it. So it's not shocking. I'm just being honest with you guys. It is down. And so these companies are trying to figure it out. DoorDash is counting on, and in fact, their investor meeting it was more about that than the food platform, was about getting into the grocery space. Well, Instacart teamed up with Uber because they saw Spark as a danger and they saw Amazon as a game changer, game ender. And they know that the Hail Mary call here is to team up. So we got the 500-pound gorilla and the maple bear in the room, and that's not going to be good. That's going to be dangerous to DoorDash. If all this kind of plays out, I mean, I've read like about 20 articles on this to kind of put it all together, because you got to compartmentalize everything, because the articles do. So then you need to take them all and put them all together. If all goes well, Instacart or Uber and Instacart are thinking of it like we're fighting DoorDash. Let's take out DoorDash. That's their enemy, but really their two bigger enemies are Spark and Amazon, especially Amazon. I know it hasn't even gone yet, but we all can imagine the size damage Amazon can do. So let's say that Uber and Instacart do take out DoorDash. Okay. I'm not saying they're going to close. I'm just saying like the same damage that's been done to the delivery side of food. Customers can't afford it. Too many drivers. Well, even if they do take them out, then they're going to have to face Spark and Amazon. And give Amazon until this end of this year, and mark my words, they're going to be huge. Because in-store pricing, people are aware of it now. In-store pricing is huge, and these platforms do not offer it. Every item is marked up. The fees are outrageous. Just like food delivery, everything's getting too much. So this is I like it because it's gonna create more of a market. DoorDash is severely in threat. And I just wanted to bring that to your attention. If you do Amazon work, good for you, because you might be getting a lot more work. And that's 13 minutes of news in just under 13 minutes. Peace, y'all.